So, get this. A client recently paid $2,600 for a custom AI automation solution.
Hmm.
That sounds like, a big, complicated project. But here's the paradox. It only took about 2 hours to actually build.
Wow.
Today, we're diving into why something so simple, we're talking tools like Google Sheets, can generate that kind of business value.
Welcome back to the deep dive, everyone. Our mission today is to crack open that exact blueprint.
Yeah.
We are looking at a system that completely automated a client-student onboarding. It just took a huge administrative headache and turned it into this hands-off engine.
Okay, let's unpack that. So this system, it's a really tight four-stage workflow. It
Right.
replaces a total mess of spreadsheets. It eliminates something like 120 hours of manual work a year. And this is the most important part. It makes sure no new student ever gets forgotten.
So we're going to walk through those 4 stages step by step. We'll cover the tech stack, which is actually deceptively simple.
Mm.
And then we'll get into the essential 10x ROI calculation that made that $2,600 price tag. Yeah, a total no-brainer for the client.
Here is the core philosophy, I think, that makes that price possible. Clients are not paying for your clean code
Now,
or the fancy AI model you picked. They pay because a really painful recurring problem just disappears from their business.
that is the critical distinction. You have to quantify the pain first. For this client, the old way took about 30 minutes per student.
Per student.
Right. And over a year, that added up to, what, 2.5 hours every single week, just wasted on manual follow-ups and tracking.
And the real cost isn't just the time, right? It's the inconsistency, the burnout on the team.
Exactly. And the student experience suffers.
Yeah, when a student feels forgotten, they're more likely to churn. Those are the soft costs that really hurt.
Totally. And this is the mistake so many people make.
Mm.
They charge hourly for the build time. The build was 2 hours. If you charge for your effort, you're cheap. But if you focus on the outcome, this system saves the client $6,000 a year in labor alone.
So a $2,600 fee against a $6,000 saving.
It's just a good math equation for them. It's an easy yes.
But how do you defend that math? I mean, what if the client says, wait, this took 2 hours, but it costs this much?
You just explained that you sold them $6,000 worth of time and reliability, not 2 hours of your time. You sold them the permanent deletion of a headache.
And that system is what we're calling an AI agent.
Yeah, which is really just a simple way of saying it's a workflow that uses logic powered by something like NNN plus a little bit of language AI for the personalized stuff.
So if the value is all about deleting a business problem, how do we shift our thinking from 2 hours of build time to $2,600 in justified revenue?
Focus on the pain relief and the annual labor savings, which showed a clear 10x return on investment.
So now that we get the justification, let's look under the hood. Let's start with stage one. This is the instantaneous first impression.
The moment a student pays,
The system just becomes their digital concierge.
right, reliability from the very start. So the automation kicks off 3 things at once. First, a warm welcome email goes out.
With the account link?
Yep. Second, a quick message pops up in the team's Slack channel. Just, new student, Jane Doe, paid.
So everyone's in the loop.
Everyone's aligned. And third, it creates that a crucial entry in the Google Sheets CRM.
Okay, I have a question here about the tech. The source says the automation engine calculates the follow-up dates. Why not just use a simple Sheets function? Like today, +3.
Yeah, that's a great question. And you could do that. But by having the engine, Nathan, handle the date math before it writes to the sheet, you guarantee those dates are fixed. They're set in stone.
Ah, so they won't recalculate later.
Exactly. You remove that variable. It makes the timing for the next stage totally rigid and reliable.
That makes a lot of sense. You're building in reliability upstream.
Mm-hmm.
And that flows right into stage 2, the day 3 automatic follow-up.
Exactly. So stage 2 just runs quietly in the background. It checks the sheet every day.
And it's looking for what?
It's looking for any student who is still marked as account creation and whose day 3 follow date is passed. If it finds one, boom, a gentle, personalized reminder email gets sent.
It's amazing how much business friction is just caused by, simple human memory problems.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, honestly, while this sounds simple, getting these schedule checks right always requires some pretty rigorous testing.
Right.
Even with these low-code tools, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes when I'm trying to get complex logic right.
Yeah.
You just have to be meticulous.
So by eliminating that manual calendar work and using fixed dates, what's the single biggest win for reliability in these first 2 stages?
Eliminating manual calendar calculation prevents human error ensuring no student follow-up is accidentally missed. Okay, so let's move into the really intelligent part of this system. Stage 3, the human escalation on day 5.
Right. So we sent the welcome, we sent the day 3 reminder.
But if after 5 full days, the student still hasn't set up their account, the automation stops. It knows its limits.
That feels like a key design choice, instead of just spamming them.
Exactly. It performs a strategic pivot. It sends an urgent red flag alert to the team in Slack and updates the sheet to human notified.
We call that intelligent escalation.
That's it. The agent handles the boring, repetitive stuff. A human only steps in when it's clear that simple automation isn't enough. It's the sweet spot.
That intelligent handover. That really is where the high ROI comes from. And that leads us to the high-touch part, stage 4.
The personalized AI kickoff.
So when the student finally does create their account, they fill out a form, right?
Yeah.
Business name, team size, and their main goals.
And that data is immediately fed into the AI agent. This blueprint uses Claude 4.5 Sonnet, which is it's excellent understanding context and following really specific instructions.
And the agent's job is to generate a fully personalized welcome email, not a template.
Right, it references their specific goals. But this is where the builder needs to be smart. You instruct the AI to format the output as a structured JSON object.
Okay, what does that mean in simple terms?
It just means it's a clean technical structure with clear labels, like a key for subject and a key for body. It's mandatory for reliability.
Whoa. I mean, imagine scaling that level of detailed, personalized attention to a billion queries without ever needing a human editor.
It's true automation at scale.
Yeah.
By telling the AI you need that JSON structure,
Yeah.
you guarantee the automation tool gets clean, usable data every single time. The Gmail node isn't going to get some weird broken text. The data is pristine.
So when designing high-touch content, how does using a structured output like JSON prevent errors in the final execution of the workflow?
Structured output guarantees the automation tool receives usable and correctly formatted email components for the final send, eliminating formatting errors.
Let's pull back and just look at the blueprint itself for a second. This whole system, which is handling thousands of dollars in value, it's built on a really lean, low-code stack. NENN is the engine, Google Sheets is the CRM, Gmail sends the emails, and Slack for alerts. That's it.
The simplicity is the entire point. You don't need a computer science degree. You just need to understand that simple sequence. Trigger A actions, update status. It's like stacking Lego blocks.
And the source really emphasizes you have to start with the mindset, not the tools. It says, don't start by opening NAM. Start with the pain.
Step 1 is always identifying the friction. You have to look for tasks that are repetitive, annoying, and that people mess up all the time.
Like chasing invoices.
Exactly.
Wow.
Or an e-commerce store constantly answering, where's my order?
Right. If someone on the team is complaining about forgetting something or chasing someone or checking 5 different tabs for data, that's your target.
That's your high ROI opportunity right there. And that leads to the mindset shift. The wrong thinking is believing you need advanced code or the newest, fanciest language model.
That's just chasing tech for its own sake.
It is. The right thinking is realizing the goal is just to solve real problems and deliver measurable ROI.
This agent worked because it was simple and it solved a $6,000 problem.
It delivered high value by getting rid of 120 hours of manual work. The 10x ROI is right there.
So the takeaway for anyone listening is to just prototype fast.
Yes.
Sketch the workflow out, build a really simple version, maybe just an email follow-up agent, test it with some fake data.
And record a quick 3-minute Loom video. Clients don't care how complicated the back end is. They just care that the friction in their day disappears. If you can show them that in 3 minutes, the sale is practically done.
Outside of onboarding, if you're walking into a new small business, what is the single easiest bottleneck to identify that suggests an immediate automation opportunity?
Any repetitive task that involves someone complaining about forgetting, chasing, or manually checking data is the prime low-hanging automation target.
Okay, let's recap the big idea from this deep dive. The success of this $2,600 agent came down to a perfect fit. It was simple technology NEN and Google Sheets, eliminating a massive and easily quantifiable pain point.
That's it. 120 hours of manual labor a year.
Gone.
And the key is the pricing philosophy. You have to anchor your fee to that 10x ROI for the client. You turn the sale into a simple math equation for them, showing them they're buying back time and scale, not just lines of code.
It's all about solving those inefficiencies that businesses just quietly live with every day.
Yeah,
If you focused on making those problems disappear, the gap between 2 hours of your work and a significant fee starts to feel very small.
that's right. And the blueprint is built on that elegant handover. The AI handles repetition. The human handles the empathy. That balance is everything.
So here's a final provocative thought for you to chew on. If your ultimate goal is to scale your business without needing to hire a new administrative employee, are you diligently tracking the manual time costs that a simple AI agent could eliminate before the need for that new hire becomes critical?